Hey guys, you guys ready for another week of the makeover challenge? Let me just set this up. Sorry, it's so shaky. Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. We are in week 4 of our marriage makeover. Thanks for sending some hearts my way. So just real quick, if you are new to Periscope and you like what you are seeing, you can double tap your screen and that will make some hearts appear. And that looks good for me if you guys do that. So, also we have some trolls that like to get on our scopes. And if you want to block anybody, just tap their name and a menu will pop up where you can block them so you won't see any of their comments. So anyway, where is everybody from? Where are you guys joining in from? Let's see where we're all at. I'm in Arizona. I'm just south of Phoenix a little bit. Let's see. Who do we have? Kentucky, Oregon, Indiana. Awesome. Were you guys affected by the daylight saving? We don't have it here in Arizona, so it's like same time. But now I have to remember that we are on Mountain Standard Time instead of Pacific. So half the year we're with Pacific and half are with Mountain, so I always have to remember that. But at least this one wasn't this one the good one where you guys got an extra hour though? I always forget since we don't do it. So at least it was like you woke up and it was earlier, right? I know, being a parent, it's like whatever, your kids are gonna wake up whenever. So in Florida right now, you're from Alabama. Awesome. Yeah, I'm from California, but living in Arizona. Fall back, spring forward. Yes, more sleep. Okay, awesome. I just had something fly into my eye. I'm not crying, promise. Yeah, still sleepy with kids. I totally get it. I have 5 kids. My youngest is going to be 2 next week. So, but we get up, we're all up about 6:30 to get the other kids off to school and everything, so. Anyway, okay, well, let's go ahead and get started on this week's challenge. So last week, if you guys want to just recap, we were supposed to do a flirty text or email and then make your husband his favorite meal, and you can pick one or do both. We did my husband's favorite meal, and I'm sure there was a flirty text somewhere in there. My husband and I are pretty good about that. So did you guys have fun with last week's challenge? I know that there was some chatter about this on our Facebook group page that was kind of funny. Someone said, just sent the text and just deleted the text. So I'm assuming it got a little bit spicy, which is kind of fun. Anyway, okay, so this week, challenge number 1 is to make your husband breakfast in bed. And this is obviously going to take some planning. You'll have to figure out a time that he is available to have breakfast. My husband's usually up before I am, so I might have to do this on a day he's not working. So thanks for all the hearts, guys. This is awesome. And then the second one is a little bit more spontaneous. What I'm challenging you guys to do is to spread some good gossip about your husband. Now, what that means is when you are in conversation with a friend or someone that knows your husband, or maybe they don't even know your husband. Thanks, lovely Threads, for inviting your followers. So when you guys are talking with a friend or whatever about your husband, he refuses to eat in bed. Kind of my husband does too. Well, he refuses to let me eat in bed. I always am like taking my food wherever I want. He's like, get in the kitchen, to me and all the kids. Anyway, so the gossip one though, I want you guys to strike up a conversation and talk good about your husband. Think of something that you kind of want to show off about him. It could be super simple though, like telling a cute story that he did with him and the kids, or whatever. You're not going to be like super braggy about this, but just it'll, in your mind, just have it in the back of your mind to look for things that would be newsworthy that you'd want to tell your friends in a conversation. So it's a little more spontaneous. You don't want to just call up your friend and be like, hey, let me tell you what my husband did today. Or maybe you do. But it should kind of come up more casually than that. And so we have the planned one of breakfast in bed that's going to take some planning, and then the more spontaneous one of spreading good gossip about him. Because I really believe that if you are looking for the good, you'll see more of the good. So those are the 2 challenges. Does anybody need a recap of any of the other weeks? Because I actually have my notes here this week, so I don't have to make you guys wait on me for them. If you guys would also like to join in on more conversation about this, we have a Facebook group specifically for this, and it is facebook.com/groups/somewhat-simple. So we had just a little bit of chatter there last week, and the group, as it's growing, it's getting more and more fun. So feel free to join our Facebook group. If you missed any of the challenges so far, there's a blog post on my site for each one. It's somewhatsimple.com. So are there any questions or any suggestions? I actually do have a question for you guys. Do you have a preference on when we do these scopes as far as times of day? I'm an hour later than I normally do just because I wanted to stay with the 10 Pacific or whatever, and so it's an hour later for me now, but I'm not sure what you guys prefer. So if you have any preference, if you want to do it first thing in the morning or later in the evening, just let me know. Either comment here, comment on our Facebook group, or you can always email me, steph@somewhatsimple.com. So, all right, that's week 4. So if there's no questions or comments, then we will go ahead and go about our Monday. Thanks again for the hearts, and it was fun to get this started with you guys. I will see you guys next week.